Dear GIC Tier 2 aspirant, the education sector is totally disrupted due to COVID-19 pandemic. However, be positive and continue toiling harder and harder till you achieve your final destination. Friend, in the previous lecture, we took the most important essay topics for GIC Tier 2 exam 2021. We have also taken how to write an effective pricing. In this video lecture, we will take an essay topic entitled The Pros and Cons of 74% FDIs in Insurance Sector. This topic is highly important. Please note it down. Friend, essay writing is an art. However much knowledge you may have about the given topic, until and unless you know how to organize the knowledge on an ideal pattern, the essay will definitely fall flat to fetch you better marks in the exam. So practice writing essays and let these be evaluated by an expert for improvement on a regular basis. Please visit www.bankviz.com for details. Now friend, let's discuss how you can write an effective essay on the given topic. Before you switch to writing on the pros and cons of 74% FDIs in insurance sector, please draw an outline of the essay. The essay must have introduction, timeline of FDI caps in insurance sector, the pros of the essay title, then the cons of the essay title is to be mentioned, then government's measures to safeguard the policy holders' money, and then finally give the conclusion. Friend, the introduction may have the following content: that more and more FDIs can be infused into the insurance sector. The Rajya Sabha permitted 74% FDIs in this sector on 18th March 2021. Previously, the FDI limit was 49%. Permitting this investment in this sector means giving a foreign company the right to appoint a majority of directors and control the management system. It will directly influence the policy decision making of this sector. Okay. Now let's take the second point to be elaborated. What is it? It is the timeline of FDI caps in insurance sector. You may mention under this as, in the year 2000, India for the first time opened up the insurance sector under the Prime Ministership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The government allowed 26% FDIs in this sector for the first time. Then this limit was further increased to 49% in the year 2015 under the Narendra Modi government. And this year in 2021, this cap was removed and a new cap of 74% FDIs is put. Okay. Now the insurance companies can be foreign owned and controlled. Friend, now you can provide the pros of the government's move to allow 74% FDIs in the insurance sector. The pros may be written as, at present, most of the insurance companies are Indian owned and controlled. India has more than 60 insurance companies. There are only 6 insurance companies which are state owned. All these companies face acute crisis of capital and fail to expand further owing to shortage of capital. Plus, this sector being very sensitive, as people's money is held with it for a long time, it is required to ensure people that it is able to meet the future claims. Above all, IRDA, which is the insurance regulatory body of India, has made it mandatory that insurance must maintain a solvency ratio of at least 150%, etc., etc. Now friend, in the cons you can mention points as, more FDIs means more risk of money invested, as the insurance companies with more FDIs will be controlled and managed by foreign companies, which might trigger fear among the policy holders, lest their investment should come at risk. Secondly, the small companies will lose their existence against big ones. Okay. Now you can mention the government's measures, how it will safeguard the policy holders' money. Friend, you can write it under this content. The majority of the key management persons will belong to India. The government has prescribed a specific percentage of the profits that will have to be treated as a general reserve. This reserve will be available to meet the claims of policyholders irrespective of the financial condition of the foreign investors. The government will allow the foreign promoter to bring back only a part of the profit, and the rest part will be available to pay every claim on demand by the policyholders, and thus their money will remain safe, etc., etc. Okay. Now it is the turn to give the essay the final touch as conclusion, which demands your opinion about the topic. Okay. Thus, friend, you can write the essay on it in an effective manner so as to fetch better marks in the exam. Watch all other videos for improvement in descriptive English paper for different competitive exams. Wish you all the best. Thank you.